Hi, I'm Beck and food's my life. Today I'm going to share with you 3 of my favourite dip recipes. Coming right up. So the 3 dips I'm sharing with you today are my absolute favourite and usually my go-to recipes. Okay, so the first one is a corn relish dip. Now I love this dip because I've been eating this dip ever since I was a child. One of my aunties used to make this one every time we had a family party. So it's a really nostalgic recipe for me. It takes me right back to our New Year's Eve parties, our Christmas parties, and it's just really tasty. So all you need for the corn relish dip is 250 grams of cream cheese that's been softened or at room temperature. You need a 250 gram jar of corn relish, and you need to finely chop half a red onion and half a red capsicum. So the first step is to beat the cream cheese slightly. That's just to sort of get it a little bit creamy and make it easier for you to stir in the ingredients. There, that'll do. So I've just been beating that for about 30 seconds. Now to this, I'm going to add my jar of corn relish. I'm going to add my chopped ingredients. And I'm going to add a pretty generous pinch of salt and a generous pinch of pepper. Now all you gotta do is stir it. And there you go. How easy is that? Now the next dip recipe is a baked artichoke dip. This is one of my favorites because it's a real crowd pleaser. Even people who've never eaten artichoke before will eat this dip and go, oh, that's yummy, what's in that? And you tell them, oh, it's artichokes. And they're like, wow, I didn't know artichokes could taste so good. So you've got to try this one if you're not too sure. It's really Moorish. You just can't stop eating this dip. And one of my best friends gave me this recipe many years ago, and I kept texting her because I'd always forget, now what's in it? What's in that dip? So I finally wrote it down, and I should have been able to remember because there's only 3 ingredients in this dip. So first of all, you need a jar of artichoke hearts, and you need to drain them really well and chop them into bite-sized pieces. So I think this was a 280 gram jar of artichoke hearts. So there they are, nice and chopped in my bowl. To this, I'm gonna add half a cup of mayo and half a cup of Parmesan cheese. That's it. All you have to do is stir them together. When you are stirring these ingredients together, just do it carefully so you're not tearing apart those lovely pieces of artichoke. Okay, so once you've stirred through those ingredients, find a little baking dish because we're going to bake this in an oven set to 180 degrees Celsius, and we're going to bake it for about 20 minutes or so until it's got a nice golden top. So in the oven we go. Now my third dip recipe is for a beetroot and cashew nut dip. Now this one is just as easy as my others, only this one we need a little bit of a help with the machine, a kitchen gadget that's going to process all the ingredients until it's nice and fine, or a little bit chunky if that's the way you like it. So if you have a Thermomix, or if you have a Nutra Ninja or a food processor, this is going to work just perfect. So the ingredients for this is a 400 gram tin of baby beetroots, 100 grams of roasted salted cashew nuts, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, the juice of half a lemon, and 1 clove of garlic. I'm just going to put all those ingredients into my food processor and pulse it until it's at the consistency that I'm happy with. And there you go. Perfect. Easy. So there you have it, my favourite trio of dips. My corn relish dip, my beetroot cashew nut dip, and my baked artichoke dip. So don't forget, these dips are not only delicious, but they're really handy when it comes to entertaining because you can make them well ahead of time and freeze them. Now even the artichoke dip, you can get those 3 ingredients, combine them, and then freeze it at that point. Bring it out, thaw it before you bake it, and it's perfect. Now the artichoke dip is particularly good to serve in the cooler months. So in winter you've got this sizzling warm dip, and then you can buy some French stick crusty bread or a cob loaf and just rip it apart and dive straight into that dip. It is sensational. You really have to try all of these dips. So if you'd like these recipes, please check out the description box below. Find the link to my website, go there, find the recipes and do it for yourselves. Your friends and family are gonna thank you. Don't forget to like my videos, share my videos, and go ahead and subscribe so you always know what I'm up to in the kitchen. I'll see you next time.